Throw me a question, let me open my mouth. There's no telling what's going to come out.
Hi, my name is Sherry Wilson, and I'm here to interview Kathy Whitworth, my friend, and of course, the legacy on the LPGA. And I'd like to start with, what got you into the game of golf?
I didn't play golf, and my family didn't play. And anyway, the kids I went to school with, their family belonged to this little 9-hole golf course. So I did borrow my granddad's clubs, and I went out there. I thought, well, I'll get this over with. And I just fell in love with it. Then Hardy Loudermilk came to, this was his second head pro job. He wanted to get into the golf business. He knew Harvey Pinnock. He called up Harvey, and Harvey said, okay. And so Mother and I drove to Austin. And that, as they say, rest is history.
The rest is history. What a great example of networking, right?
Oh, man, yeah. I almost quit that first year. Talked to Mom and Dad, and they said, well, if you didn't make it, just come home, we'll do something else. But just the idea that it was okay. If I didn't make it, it wasn't the end of the world.
Right.
Kind of freed me up. And so I went back and picked up the tour on the East Coast and went along, and I won my first check.
Wow.
Well, I thought I had won the tournament.
Any of the 88 stand out?
Well, yeah, there's times in your career that, like winning the Dinosaur at that time was a big thing. And in '62, I won 8 tournaments. And the next year, we started the tour, and I wasn't playing bad, but I wasn't winning. Here again, Hardy came in to play. And I was crying the blues and, oh, poor me. The way I heard it, and I think that's probably what he said, because he said, well, sounds like you have the big head to me. To hear it come from him, if it had been somebody else, I might have socked him. I knew he cared about me, and I knew, he wouldn't say something like that. And because I went back to the hotel and I thought that long and hard about it, I never took winning for granted again. I went out and won that week.
Great lessons.
Yes.
Yes.
But I had another help. It's okay to make a mistake. Everybody makes them, but you got to admit you made it. Then you can correct it. And so that's when you start to grow and you start to learn about yourself and how you handle things. And so every week was a new week, new tournament, or new, just because you may have won the last week doesn't mean you're going to win this week. But winning was the ultimate goal. There was the drive for me. But I lost more than I won, see? And that proves it. Right.
Another statistic, though, I want to make sure we talk about is the 11 holes in one.
Oh, okay. One I had up in Canada. They were going to televise the tournament, and so they had the cameras all set up, and they were running. It was hard to see the green, and anyway, I just had a hard time with that all week, and finally hit a good shot, and I was so tickled, but I never saw it go in. But they were on the air when it went in the hole, and so they asked me to come out in the trailer, and so I could
so you could see it.
They did a replay, and so I was able to see it go in the hole.
Anything that's not in your bio, which is several pages long, that you want prime women over 50 to know about your journey?
Talk about what you love to do, if you can ever find that. And it doesn't matter what it is, it can be anything. It's just something that you really have a passion for or are interested in. Because usually if you do that, you're pretty successful, I would think. If people know that you are really passionate about something and you're really interested in something, a lot of people will step up and help. And it's just amazing how that is, because that's really what had happened to me. They could see I was really wanted to do this. I was out there every day, and I can't really tell anybody what they should or should not do. And when you're 50, you probably have married and have family, and that's great. And if you have time to get into the business world or career, that's even better. Just try to do the best you can at whatever it is you're doing.
What advice would you give women in their prime to join the LPGA Women's Network campaign and start playing golf?
Golf is a great door opener. You meet a lot of great people, no matter where you are or in the world. Golf is played everywhere. I think it was Sandy Tatum. He was with the USGA. He said, I'm not sure that it builds character, but it reveals character. And I thought that was so incredible, because I don't know that you do a lot of business on the golf course, but you get to know who you may do business
business
with.
partners
And
now.
so
I read that in your book. I thought that was a great quote.
Well, it was. I mean, it was revelation to me. I thought Sandy nailed it there. If you see a club's close to you, and you can look it up, and they usually have a schedule. Those people that conduct those things are teachers and people that have, this is their business. And then you get to meet people that are in your same level. So you're all trying to learn this at the same time. So you begin to make some friends.
For me, having spent time with you, it's always that you're so authentic everywhere you go, and no matter where you are or what we're doing, and if we're on a time schedule, you stop and sign an autograph for anyone, whatever they happen to have. And you're always happy to share any story from your life with anyone that asks. So I think
I've had such a great life, though. It's
you found your passion early, and you've done it.
I found my passion, and I feel blessed that I had this chance, and meet all the really great people, and to travel the world. I think about it, and all the places that we got to go to, and Jesus, what a charmed life.
Sitting here in front of your beautiful trophy case is just amazing, and of course we always appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sherry. It's my pleasure.